Hi everyone, I'd like to take a minute before we get started to talk to you about adoption. If you're not interested, please go to the description below and under chapters click the Let's Get Cooking link. It'll take you right to the cooking. As some of you may or may not know, our son Nathan is adopted. So adoption is something near and dear to our family's heart. And November is National Adoption Month. Before each video this month, I'm going to share with you a video that promotes a hopeful adoptive family from an adoption support group that my wife and I are part of. The group helps families pre- and post-adoption with questions, emotional support, friendship. It's a great group. Most of these families are going down the path of what's called private adoption. Private adoption is where you promote yourself, whether it be in social media, print advertisements in newspapers, or other online venues, in the hopes that an expectant mother who is thinking about placing their child for adoption finds the match with their hopeful adoptive family. Please watch this video, and if you know somebody who's expecting and thinking about placing the child for adoption, please share this video with them. There's also a link in the description below to this hopeful family's website. We're going to do Tater Tot Nachos, or Totchos. We're going to do them on the Blackstone Griddle. We're going to do them with a little bit of a Mexican style. I've got some slow cooker Carnitas that I took out of the freezer. We're going to do scrambled eggs, some jalapeños, some cheese. The cheese is a shredded Mexican mix. It's cheddar, jack, quesadilla, and asadero. We'll top that with some different salsas that I have. Let's get started. First thing we're going to do is take our frozen tater tots and we're just going to put them on the grill. And we're going to put them on the griddle. I'm not making a ton here, this is just for me. We're just going to leave them like that, let them go, and we'll toss them here and there. This left side of the griddle I have set to medium-high heat. The right is on very low. I may even just turn it off. On the right side, I'm going to put some jalapeno slices. I did not seed these, so they're going to be nice and spicy. Get them cooked up a little bit. I have no oil on the griddle right now, so not necessary. Everything should be nice and non-stick. The cheese and the scallions we'll put on later along with the sauces. And we just want to, with these the tater tots, we just want to kind of get under them and shake them a little bit. And that will help them turn, then we don't have to worry about turning them individually. I'm going to put our Carnitas on. We want to get that nice and crispy. Want to break that all up. So this is slow cooker Carnitas that I did, and when I did the whole butt, I just portioned it out, threw it in the freezer, and I normally try to have it enough for 2 or 3 portions for different people. So we'll just get this nice and crispy on the griddle while those tater tots cook. can see we're starting to get some of those crispy bits in the pork. Just going to keep turning it and get it nice and crispy all throughout. I don't want it to dry out though. Jalapenos look like they're starting to cook. Starting to brown up just a little bit. And we'll just keep tossing these totchos. They're basically defrosted now. I'm actually going to hit them with a little bit of oil at this point. That'll help them get nice and crispy. Okay, the pork is done. I'm going to push it over to the side on the cool side of the griddle. Again, the right-hand side of my griddle is off. So I'm going to take this before it all dries out. Take this before it all dries out and get it moved over to the right-hand side. Those jalapenos are looking good. They're softened up. I'm going to move those over to the right. And now it's just the tater tots we're waiting for, and they're starting to get nice and golden brown. I'm going to move them over to the middle and turn the heat up there. Put a little bit of oil down. Spread that around, and then we'll move the tater tots right onto that oil. In a few minutes, we'll get the eggs. We'll get those all scrambled up and get them on the Blackstone. And we'll put everything together. The tater tots are just where I want them. I'm going to move them off to the side. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. I'm going to hit the tater tots with some of the Blackstone breakfast blend seasoning. So we'll hit the tater tots with some of that. We'll slide them off to the side, and then we'll do our eggs. Okay, tater tots are nice and crispy. Hit them with a little bit of that Blackstone breakfast blend. Just a little oil for the eggs. Spread that all over. And this is how I like to do my scrambled eggs. Get them nice and scrambled. And then I use the fork kind of keep them all together. I don't like them spreading all over the griddle. And this gets some height. I don't care for when they spread out and get flattened out on the griddle. I'd rather have a little bit of height in there. This is 5 eggs. 2 for me, 3 for me, and 2 for the dog. Now we're holding their shape. I'm going to get them off to the cooler side of the griddle. Cook a little bit more. Clean up that mess. Take the dog's portion, we'll let it cook a little longer. Ours, we're going to take our tater tots and our pork. And our egg. Dog's portion. Let it go a little longer. We're going to top that with some cheese. I'm going to actually kind of toss this together a little bit. So that cheese all melts in. Let it sit for a minute, get all nice and melted. We'll plate it up, get the dog's eggs off. I will take mine, get that plated up. See some of that cheese has got nice and crispy on the griddle. Okay, get our jalapeños, get those spread out. We're going to top it with some crema, some Herdez chipotle salsa, and some of their verde salsa. And some green onions. And there we go, breakfast tachos. Let's give it a try. Get a little of everything. Get some pork, some egg, tater tot, some of the jalapenos. Let's give it a shot. Oh. That's phenomenal. You gotta give this a try. If you do, comment down below, let me know how it is. Give me the thumbs up, and don't forget, subscribe and ring that bell to be notified when I make more recipes like this. See you next time.